guys, my name is Soner. In this channel I'm doing tech review, gear review and unboxings, and if you're interested about in this kind of content, consider subscribing. Today I'm going to share my handheld minimalist B-roll setups. I don't have autofocus on GH5, so if my shot is gonna be complicated and if there's gonna be so much movements, then I'm using different setup. But if it's so simple, and then I'm also using another setup, so I'm gonna share those with you guys. Instead of showing some B-rolls about my rig, I decided to build it with you guys so you will understand better why I need those parts and why I use them and how I use them as well. So let's just dive into it. These are what I actually use when I want to keep it really simple. Sometimes I use it without the cage. Of course, the simplest setup is just camera and lens, right? I mean, you basically can just take these two and you're ready to go. You don't need anything else basically. But if you feel like rigging your camera, if you want to kind of, protect it, and if you want to add stuff on it, especially in my case I'm using GH5 and this camera doesn't have good autofocus, so I basically have to pull focus and I need a couple of gadgets for that. I use a external monitor, Atomos Ninja V, and I also use the Nucleus Nano follow focus system. So in my case I have to rig my GH5. But if I don't want to take those extra equipments, this is how I go outside basically. I just take my camera, my lens and my speed booster. My lens is Sigma 18-35. If you guys haven't seen this lens, this is amazing for GH5. And let's just start building it. We just drop the camera inside the TILTA cage. We screw it. There is only one button screw. I can show you right over here. So we just screw it down and make sure that this is tight. The main reason is you're gonna attach everything into rig. Without the top handle, this is already good enough to just grab the GH5 and you will get a good stability when your arms are stuck onto your body, and if you're doing some sort of simple B-rolls, this is really nice to hold the GH5. And there is this wrist wrap which I also like on TILTA cage. You might be wondering what is this over here. This is actually for the follow focus motor. I took out the HDMI protection piece. I actually keep this on my GH5 if I don't take my cage away. Basically this two piece of gear stays on the cage. If I hit somewhere, HDMI port of the GH5 can get damaged, so this barrier basically protects it. This small HDMI female and male adapter allows to take the HDMI from the side and place it up somewhere, so it's pretty much more useful actually when you're attaching a monitor and such. That's why I like using this, but you can use it without as well. I like to keep it on usually. Let's take it out for a while because I want to show you the handle first. You can do two things with this handle. Of course, you can attach it like this way. You're able to carry it like this, and if you switch it other way around, which I also sometimes use like this way, my GH5. If I put my monitor to the front of the GH5, then it's kind of handy. So it gives options. That's why I like this cage as well. So let's put the Sigma 18-35. This is the simplest setup that I used. Just a handle and the cage. You might be wondering what are these on the Sigma 18-35, why I keep the focus wheels always. They are like basically living on this lens because I don't want to take them out and put them back. You know, it's less work to do basically, and they are not weighing so much anyway, so they pretty much live on the lens. This is really handy. I can highly recommend this TILTA cage. It's kind of well planned. You're able to reach all your dials, plus nothing is blocked. You have access to microphone, headphones, HDMI ports, and the battery compartment is easy to reach, and plus the SD card slot is also reachable. And also, as I was saying, you can use this top handle however you want. Before I continue adding more stuff to this rig, I want to mention something. If you're using GH5 and Sigma 18-35 on your GH5, you have to have an adapter to adapt this lens to your camera. The problem with that is I have Viltrox Speed Booster, by the way. I'm using Viltrox Speed Booster. There's also Metabones versions of this. Viltrox is inexpensive and overall performance is not so bad, so that's why I went with this one. When I put my follow focus motor and when I start to pull focus, of course it's moving the lens. You can maybe even hear it. So there is this play which is super annoying with this adapter. And when I get this cage, there didn't come anything to kind of keep this adapter in place. So I had to order an adapter, which is this one over here. I have to put this first before I further do. That's why I want to explain this to you guys. If you have the same problem, you can get this from, I think Small Rig is also making this adapter, but I got it from TILTA. Under your speed booster there's 2 bolts, and then you're able to secure your adapter to the rig, and that removes that play, which is kind of a must if you're planning to pull focus with your follow focus system. If you don't have this one, your motor will miss a couple of rings, then you will have trouble while you're trying to pull focus. That's why this adapter is kind of needed. Once you put the adapter to the rig, it actually secures the camera even better on the rig. Now the play is gone. So this adapter is doing a really good job. So this was the simple setup that I used. My GH5 is living on this cage after I bought this cage. It just feels like it's well protected, and I'm able to do underslung modes with the handle and such, so that's why I keep this setup always on the GH5. If I'm gonna take more complicated shots, then I put these gears before I go outside. So what are these gears? Instead of explaining them individually, I will just put them on and I will show and explain what they're doing. Let's start with the handle. With this handle I'm able to pull focus because there's the focus wheel. Then I got my Nucleus Nano Follow Focus system. I got this focus wheel. I mean, this is handy. I mean, it's a little bit bulky and big. This is very much more compact, and when I put this handle to my GH5, then I'm getting better grip on the GH5. You might ask why it's important to have better grip. I mean, don't you have the top handle? Well, there is, but all those weights are adding to the camera when you add these other stuff. Then this handle is becoming handy. Another good thing about this handle is I'm able to power Nucleus Nano follow focus motor with this handle. If I don't have this handle, I have to attach a USB power bank to this rig because this follow focus motor doesn't have any battery inside. Also, there is another good feature about this motor, but I would like to show it later on. So you just slide this handle from the side, and there is a pin over here which is making it secure. Once you click that, it goes inside, and this will not fall apart if you carry it from here. There is this wheel, so you can secured in place, but if you forget that, it will not come outside. You can also use it like this without the top handle, for example. You can just zip off the top handle and then you're able to control your GH5 better. This focus handle is working with NPEF battery. This is 550. Once it's in, you can power it up. Nothing is connected right now to focus handle, so let's put those. I need this rod to attach the focus motor. And once it's installed, we can put the cables. So this is gonna be our power cable. We have to power it up with this cable. So this will go to the focus handle. I was explaining there's another feature I like about this focus handle, and it activates with this cable. This cable goes to nucleus nano follow focus motor, and after that it goes to your GH5. Now we have communication in between our focus motor and handle and the GH5. So what you can do here, you might think, I have to show you from the monitor. So let's put the GH5 on. So there is a record button on the focus handle, and if you click that record button, your GH5 will start recording. This is super handy because when I'm holding my GH5, it's super nice to have this record button over here. Actually, it's really becoming handy when I'm recording handheld B-rolls. And when you click the record button, LED goes red. So if you're looking your GH5 from the top, you're able to see if the GH5 is recording, and when you click record again, it goes back to green. This record button, for example, becomes handy in this case because right now my right hand is not on the GH5, so I'm not able to control the record function on the GH5, but I can do it with my left hand with the focus handle. So you're getting more options when you're handling your GH5. Another good thing I like about this rig, now I can just give this focus wheel to someone and they can pull focus for me. So when I'm pulling focus with the GH5, it's sometimes difficult to see under the sunlight where your focus is. Of course, there's assist features and such on the GH5. You can zoom and see where your focus is, but of course, it's not fast enough sometimes. So in those cases, you might want to use a field monitor. I'm using Atomos Ninja V field recorder. Of course, I need an adapter to put top of the rig. If I don't use top handle, I can put straight on top of the camera. This is U-rig monitor mount. What I like about this, there's this RE pin. Ninja also has, which I like because I hate when this stuff starts to move annoyingly when I'm doing something. I don't need even access to rings. I can use it like this. Then I'm able to see how is my focus going and such. Of course, I need an HDMI cable. I got this HDMI cable from, I believe it was Amazon. I didn't got the original Atomos Ninja V cable because I don't remember how much it was, but I believe it was like 60 bucks or something. This costed $5, and this is able to deliver 8K information. Let's put the Ninja V on. You can also put the handle to the side because I was saying that I don't need access to record button. You can use your imagination with your rig, of course. I really like this rig. It's so versatile. Of course, I can put this top handle to the top of the cage and then the monitor on top of this so I can hold it down, but I can also do it like this with one-handed easily. I mean, this gives options, this cage, which I really like. I can highly recommend this TILTA cage to anybody who is on market to buy a cage for their GH5. You can go for, so simple setup like I was showing in the beginning of the video, or you can go and, keep adding stuffs to this. I can also attach a microphone over here, top of the handle. I can also put a microphone to this same place, or I can use a small articulating arm to put a light, or also I can put the microphone to this as well. As long as you have a rig, you're able to modify however you want. It depends on your taste, of course, what you want on your rig and where you want it. Small Rig is also making so good products, and there's other brands as well. But I went with the TILTA system and I'm happy with the final result. That's why I wanted to share this video. I hope this was helpful for you. I will put down in the description some affiliate links so you can find each gear that I used in this video. But if you purchase anything from those links, I will get a small commission. It will just support my channel, but it will not cost you anything. If you have any questions about this rig, feel free to ask in the comments down below. Thanks for watching and spending time with me. Don't forget to subscribe, and see you guys in the next one.